If you're seeing this, then you're queer and you love women, but you're terrified of them. Because my God, how are they that gorgeous and intimidating? And you're either a lesbian admiring from afar, wishing that you could talk to them, or you're like me and you just keep dating or hooking up with men because men are easy. They're so easy. I just have to like, done, sorted. You want a girlfriend so bad, but like, me talk to a girl? Ha! Ha! So we tolerate men.
Hey babe, so I'm not gonna tell you again. If you are coming to see me, if you're coming to my house, do not come empty-handed, okay? You can bring anything. Bring me some flowers, that's what I prefer, or a smoothie. You forget all that. Stop by the gas station. Get you some gum. Fiji water. Money. A pillow. Face wash. Anything. Sweetie, don't come to my house empty-handed. It's not cute, and it's not cute.
I mean, how about no, right? Guys, we've gotten to the point in 2021 where a lot of these women seem to think that, hey, just because I exist, right, just because I'm a woman, I deserve your time, attention, your money, gifts, right? I mean, that woman in the second video just said that, hey, if you're going to go there to see her, you better be bringing, like, what, flowers and a smoothie? Hell no, dude. And this is something that a lot of women carry with them, right? This idea that, oh, if we're going on a date, okay, then you have to pay. If I'm meeting up with you, then you should bring me a gift or you should shower me with compliments and all that because that's what I deserve, right? I'm a queen. I know my worth. And women have basically, they're biting into this idea that entitlement is confidence. Right? It's all about, oh yeah, I know my worth. I won't stand for anything less. Okay. And then you look at their dating history and then all it is standing for less, right? There were dudes who couldn't give a crap about them who will never get them a gift, right? And yet they expect the average dude to come along and give them gifts and shower them with attention and all this crap. I mean, guys, this is a point we have to touch on like pretty much every single video, okay? Which is, if you want to shower a girl with attention and gifts, your relationship, if you even get one, is going to go very south, okay? Because she's going to feel like, oh, well, I've got him. There's no point putting in any effort. Guys, I've heard women literally say that, right? I don't dress up for my man anymore because I don't need to impress him, right? I've got him. I know that I don't have to do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to continue to demand more of him. And this is how you wind up with stories of men just doing absolutely everything and their wives and girlfriends sitting there just being totally ungrateful for the amount of effort they put in. I mean, gentlemen, I can't tell you how many men are in a situation like that. And the consequence of this kind of entitlement, right? This kind of, oh, we don't need men, but at the same time, they should give us free crap. One of the consequences of that is that men are choosing to walk away. Okay, now men are choosing to walk away for a variety of reasons, whether that be because of marriage or other reasons, right? You know, specifically the entitlement is what we're going to be talking about here today, because women seem to think that they can, you know, have all of these demands and all this sort of stuff, and that they're not going to end up alone at 30 with some cats. Okay, and that's what's happening to a lot of women, right? They're going through the, I can do whatever the hell I want, I'm strong and empowered, all this kind of crap, okay? And what's happening is they get to their 30s, they get to their 40s, okay, they're covered in tattoos. Nobody wants to date them anymore. And you know what the solution is, guys? Oh yeah, we're going to blame men. Right? A man doesn't want to date me, a man isn't interested in me. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to blame men for my decisions. Okay, and that's kind of where we're at now. And guys, before we continue into today's Reddit story, I kind of wanted to also highlight the fact that as the years go on, you're going to start to see more things like polyamory, all right? You're going to start to see women who have more than one boyfriend, right? And you're also going to see the very attractive dudes, the chads, if you will, at the top having more than one girlfriend. Right, you're going to see way more of that in society, right? Average men, guys, dating for average men is one of the most difficult and painful things you could possibly do. I mean, you as an average guy, you want to go out there and try and date and deal with this entitlement, I mean, good luck to you. But guys, what is going on? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be jumping into some Reddit stories, as well as talking about those TikToks that you guys have sent in for this show. But before we jump into it, gentlemen, if you're new here, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in and come and join the locals link in the description if you're interested in supporting the channel, guys. There is a code for that, which is Fiendish, guys, so you get the first month totally free. So make sure you check out that link in the description. But without further ado, we're going to be jumping into today's first Reddit story here. So thank you very much for sending this one in. And goodness, this is a bit of a rough one. So this one is titled, "My girlfriend, who is 23, wants an open relationship / exhibition of her spicy photos. I, a 24-year-old male, want to break up instead. Hello, this is a throwaway account for obvious reasons. I am a 24-year-old dude and my girlfriend is 22. We have recently started dating. It has been about 7 to 8 months and I am disgustingly in love with her. However, she is okay with way more things than I am. She made jokes about being in an open relationship in the future in our 2 to 3 month. Right, yeah, okay. She just mentioned it as something she wants to try, although she has tried that with her ex. I have made it very clear since the beginning that I am not okay with that, and I will never be okay with that." Gentlemen, whenever we read stories, right, and the dude talks about, well, I'm so in love with the girl, and like, I want to put all this into the relationship, you already know that it's going to work out terribly for him. Because what she's going to start to realize is that, hey, I have all the bargaining power here. I can get away with some crap. This is why you see dudes in marriages, long-term relationships, they've been with their girl for like 10 years or whatever the case may be. The guy has invested so much up until that point, right? He's invested a lot of, emotional energy, he's invested a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of care into this woman, right? And oftentimes, I'm just going to be blunt with you guys, oftentimes the woman is not investing the same thing back. I mean, I want you guys to think about your relationships in the past. And for a lot of guys, when you look back on those relationships, you can say to yourself, well, I put in all this effort, but I'm not exactly sure where her effort was, right? If you're an average man and you've been dating, I mean, you know what I'm talking about there, which is that you can put in all the effort you like, gentlemen. You can do what, you can tell her that you love her. You can make her your whole entire world. You can do all of these things for her. But how she's going to look at that is like, okay, well, he's invested this much in me and I haven't had to do anything. So what that shows me is that I have all the leverage. I have all the power and I'm going to start to demand some ridiculous things. Okay, there was an AMS video recently, shout out to AMS, I like his stuff, where he talked about, guys, if you're dealing with women and you don't have any leverage, good luck to you. They treat dudes without leverage so terribly, it isn't even funny, right? If you're a guy, you're an unattractive man, you don't have other options, let's talk about it from that angle, okay? If you're a dude and you have no other options, the demands that women are going to have of you will be ridiculous. Right? They won't treat you as though you're a pleasant human being and that you're someone that they like you or respect you. Respect is the last thing on their mind. Dudes without options that actually tolerate this kind of behavior, this kind of entitlement that we saw at the start of the video, what happens to those men is they'll get dragged through relationships where they're doing all of these things and they're giving in to all of the ridiculous demands. Okay, and that's something we're going to be talking about here momentarily. So let's just jump back into this Reddit story and see where it goes. So continuing onwards. She kept saying that it is in the future and she doesn't know if she will want it. She uses maybe in every sentence. Maybe I still want it, maybe I don't. We don't have to talk about this now. We had a huge fight a couple of months ago where I clearly stated my boundaries and who I am. That is monogamous. She then very much reluctantly agreed to not talking about it again and saying that it is not going to happen because she loves me. However, in almost every sentence, she has to end it with, this is in the future, I don't know if I will want it or not. Guys, whenever you sit down and you have huge arguments, nothing of utility comes out of them for you as a man. I don't care if she sits there and she goes, oh yeah, I agree with you and all this kind of crap, guys. Please do not be wasting these discussions should not be arguments. Right? People will say, oh, dating's about compromise. Dating's about, whenever I hear that, right? Dating's about compromise. Okay, for who? Right? Because it always seems to be the man that has to make the compromises. You know, guys, you are the prize in relationships. If you want to go into a relationship where you're chasing the girl, that relationship is going to go very poorly for you. If you want to be not monogamous with a girl, it is either that way or it's the highway. It's not some discussion. It's not some argument that you sit down with and you have 8 hours about. You don't sit there and get mad at her and go, oh, well, I'm upset. And this is how I feel. And I want to convince you of this. Guys, there's no convincing, okay? If she doesn't want to do it, then bye. On to the next one if you want to continue dating. Okay, if you're someone and you have very clear boundaries, your boundaries that you Those boundaries that you won't even shift on, if you won't shift on them, what's the point of sitting down and having in his words, a huge fight with a girl? I want you guys to consider that, right? If you have a boundary that you're not willing to compromise on, what is even the point of the discussion? If you don't like it, you're welcome to leave. And this is the funny thing about women, guys. You show them the door, more often than not, they'll fall in line, right? Oh, he's serious. He actually has some self-respect. He won't, he won't tolerate me seeing other dudes. Oh, I see, right? Let's continue. However, in almost every sentence, she has to end it with, this is in the future. I don't know if I will want it or not. I then asked if she had to choose between me or the open relationship. She hesitated for a couple of minutes and said you. I stopped talking about it, but I just can't get it out of my head. I mean, look at the amount of disrespect in this, right? You know what I mean? The fact that it's a consideration, guys, this shouldn't even be a question that you're asking her. Hey, would you rather see me or would you rather see multiple dudes? I mean, what does the answer matter? If the answer is that she wants to see other dudes, goodbye. Like, this shouldn't even be a question. You know what I mean, guys? Let's continue. Now, a couple of days ago, we agreed on not having any spicy photos on both our phones because that is not safe. She said that she agrees and that she will just print them, question marks. I asked why. She answered with maybe I will want to have a certain kind of exhibition of myself in the future. I made it clear then and there that I will never be okay with that. Again, she replied with the same thing. This is in the future. I don't know if I will want it or not. We can't know, and so on. This will feel very cliche, but I feel like I am living on eggshells. Wow, what a relatable sentence for a lot of men. Right? I want you guys to think back to your relationships, and maybe you're an older guy, maybe you've been around the dating track a few times, okay? And I want you guys to think, is that a relatable sentence to you or not? Right? Because to a lot of men, I would argue that that is, all right? Men are expected to do all of these things, and if you don't, then the relationship is on the line. Right? Oh, if you don't get me gifts, then if you don't take care of my emotions, then maybe I might walk out on you, maybe I won't. And this is absolutely disgusting, and it gets worse when you start to involve kids and stuff like that, because the women will hold kids over you. They'll hold the relationship over you, they'll hold kids over you, they'll hold money, secrets and all that. Like, I talked about this in another episode, guys, recently, which was if you're in a relationship with a woman, the information that you share with her, it might as well be public knowledge. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's like, you might think that you're telling your girl something private and whatever the case may be. You just give it a few months, guys. Give it a few years if necessary. Okay, that stuff will come around and bite you in the backside. Because you might think that, oh, she's not going to tell anyone that. No, her friend Stacy knows. Rebecca knows. Okay, all of her friends know the stuff that you tell her. All right? But let's continue onwards. Where are we? I feel like she will come to me next week, next month, next year and ask for an open relationship and some certain type of thing with other guys or a certain kind of exhibition, just anything of that sort, and I can't stop feeling anxious because I don't want to share her. I don't want to have to live with that. Do I? Oh my goodness, man. My question's here. Is that my place to feel this? Is it my place to state my terms and boundaries this early in a relationship? Isn't this like 7 to 8 months? Hang on. Yeah, look at this. So up here, their relationship has been 7 to 8 months, and this guy is questioning about whether or not he has the right to assert boundaries. My guy, boundaries are something that you walk with your entire life. Any person that you let into your life has to conform to your boundaries. This is not something where you question at a 7 or 8 month period, like, oh, yes, baby, no, baby, I'll do this for you. I won't. Guys, please have some boundaries and some self-respect, all right? This stuff like this is honestly very difficult, very difficult to read. It's frustrating to read when guys think so little of themselves that, hey, I'm going to compromise my boundaries, I'm going to compromise my time, I'm going to give you free crap, and I'm just going to sit here and take whatever terms. Like, guys, no. You have to start realizing that you have value in this crap, okay? Like, if you as a guy, you're in a relationship and you're tolerating stuff like this, please understand that you have value. Okay, and this is value that, you don't need to scream at a girl, you don't need to sit down and have an argument. A lot of times, gentlemen, you just have to be willing to walk away. Okay, because the default, right, is that people will not respect your boundaries. That is the default. People will treat you as good as you allow them to. Right? If you allow people to treat you like crap, they'll treat you like crap. It won't be a problem. They'll sit there and they'll say they're the most empathetic people on the planet, right? Let's continue. So is that my place to feel this? Is it my place to state my terms and my boundaries this early in a relationship? What should I do? Too long didn't read. My girlfriend wants an open relationship. Thinking of spicy photo exhibition. I'm thinking of breaking up instead because I don't want to live with the stress of one day her asking me for such things. Gentlemen, please understand, and I'm going to really try and hammer this home. Please understand that you as a guy, you do actually have value in the relationship. If you let them, women will run away with the idea that, yeah, you're supposed to give me all these things, right? You're supposed to do all these things. And they'll push the idea that, oh, we tolerate men, right? And this is something that a lot of guys are looking at and going, okay, well, why would I bother dating? Right? If I'm something that's to be tolerated, if men ain't crap and I have to do all of these things for you and I'm getting nothing in return, I mean, why the hell would any man get in a relationship with you? Like I said, gentlemen, these girls can play this game now if they want. There'll always be some sucker to come along and spend some time with them, or spend money on them, and they'll get the attention of Chad for 20 minutes here and there. But when it comes time to get a serious relationship, a lot of these girls are straight up doomed, right? Because why would men, sacrifice their self-respect to such an extent where, hey, if we're meeting for the first time, I have to buy you a smoothie, I have to buy you flowers, and I have to shower you with compliments. Gentlemen, something that we've covered this quite a few times, but something that women just don't want men to know is the fact that they are incredibly insecure. Right? They'll fish everywhere for validation. I don't care if it's a Discord profile. I don't care if it's an Instagram profile. I don't care if it's a Snapchat story. For a lot of you men, maybe you don't have those applications. Maybe you're an older guy and you don't have Instagram or whatever the case may be. Let me just run you through something real quick. So women will do this crap where when they're seeing men, okay, and they're in a relationship or they're trying to get a dude in a relationship, they will use all their little stories and their photos and everything, and what they'll do is they'll try and manipulate men through their social media and sit there and go, oh, well, I had nothing to do with this. So let me give you guys an example. Let's just say a woman's trying to get a dude in a relationship. What she's going to do is she's going to invite some dude out that she has no interest in, and they're going to go have breakfast together, they're going to have lunch or a picnic or whatever the case may be, and that girl's going to sit there, and in the morning, before she goes out, she's going to take a really nice photo of herself looking really good to see if she can get the guy's attention to reply to her story and start talking to her. And then she's going to go out on that breakfast, that lunch trip, whatever the case may be, and she's going to take a photo, right, in the restaurant or in the venue, and then she's going to post that picture to her Instagram story so that other men will see it and start to think, oh, maybe she's valuable. Right? So that guy that is not interested in her, maybe he'll turn around and go, oh, before another guy gets her, I'm gonna come along and I'm gonna ask her out and stuff like this. I mean, man, the extent to which women will use social media to try and boost their self-esteem and manipulate men is absolutely insane. Like, a lot of you older guys who aren't involved in technology, maybe you don't have Snapchat and Instagram and stuff like that, you're probably listening to me thinking I'm crazy. But guys, I'm telling you, man, women will spend so many hours on their Instagram, right? So many hours getting the right photo, getting the right lighting, okay, editing the photo, doing all of these things to try and show themselves in the best possible light. And these are the same people, right, who will sit there with incredible amounts of self-esteem issues and demand that you come over and bring them flowers and smoothies. I mean, guys, is that not just some of the most mind-blowing, backwards stuff you've ever heard in your life? But let's continue on to today's next Reddit story. So let's see what we've got here. Yeah, this is how classic is this, right? I'm a 32-year-old male, and my girlfriend expects me to pay the bill because I'm the man and I make more. I am racking up large bills every month. I need some advice. Since I've met her, she's stated that I have to pay more because I make more, and that I should anyways because I'm the man, and that she wants a man, not a boy. Notice how women will always position this stuff, right? As though if you're not providing for her, if you're not caring for her, if you're not giving her attention, compliments, and all that kind of crap, then you're not a man. I want you guys to see just how manipulative it is, right? That if you're not providing something, then they go straight for your masculinity, right? That's the target, is the masculinity there. But let's continue. I make 115K a year and she makes about 39. Right now, the split is about 80-20 or 75-25, with me paying the bigger half. Ever since I started dating her, my expenses have basically tripled. I am racking up 2 to 3,000 credit card bills every month. I buy food for us to cook multiple times a week, and then we also get out to eat a handful of times a month, although lately it's been more. Whenever we go on vacation, I pay for all the meals, but she'll buy her own plane ticket. In the beginning, I tried to be nice and buy extra food for her mother who works late nights, but now it seems to have gotten to be an expectation, and I am buying food for 3 people whenever I pick up dinner when we hang out. When I told my mum this, she got upset and feels that I may be taken advantage of. My therapist also questions why I have to pay for her mother when it's not my responsibility. This is really interesting to see, right? Where women will demand all this stuff and shame your masculinity for not doing it, okay? But your mother, right? Look at this, okay? When I told my mother this, she got upset and feels I may be taken advantage of. You see, because the girls know what they're doing, right? Your mother knows what these girls are doing because she's probably done it too. You see what I'm saying? Like, men are oftentimes in these situations. Oh yeah, you'll be the clueless one, all right? All the girls will know what's happening to you. All the girls will know how you're being manipulated and all this kind of stuff. And this is why, for those of you who have been in a relationship, right, when you're with a girl, she will get mad at other girls for doing seemingly the most insignificant things. Right, she'll get mad at a girl for saying this particular word for you, looking it this way, or wearing this color near you because she thinks that you said to her that because you liked that color, that her friend wore that color to try and get your attention. Like all this kind of mind game manipulation crap, because she knows that women do that. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like the mother knows that this is manipulation and that he's being taken advantage of because all girls know that each other do it. You know what I'm saying? This is something that men don't understand because we don't manipulate like that. Guys, quite frankly, men are not very good at manipulation. We're just not. Women are out here running circles around men insofar as social situations and manipulation goes. I mean, look how natural this part is, right? Let's scroll up to here. I want you guys to look how natural this part comes out, right? I should have to pay more because I'm the man and she wants a man, not a boy. I mean, can you guys imagine a man saying the reverse of this to a woman? I mean, I can't, right? Like, I want you guys to notice just how easy it is for this kind of stuff to come out, and it's just totally insane to me. But let's continue. I've had conversations with my girlfriend before where she alluded to wanting the husband to provide while she took care of the kids, or only paying around $600 a month for expenses while I paid the rest if we ever moved in together. I don't want all of that financial pressure and stress on me. I need some advice. Guys, something I want to bring back up here as well is, people will try and sell you this idea that, oh, men are the irresponsible ones, right? It's men they just run around and they're so irresponsible and all they want to do is have fun, and it's the dudes who are engaging in all of this kind of behavior, right? I want you guys to notice this part right here, okay? So this guy earns, what is it, 115, the woman earns 39, and ever since I started dating her, my expenses have basically tripled. Okay, so this guy was on a larger income. A person with a lower income comes in, and now he's spending triple. Right? Someone make that make sense to me. I mean, people want to say that men are irresponsible with money and all this kind of stuff, man. When I see dudes who are husbands and, working men, and a lot of men are really good with their money. Right? A lot of men ration it out. They do things a very particular way. And then the girl comes along, oh, I need that handbag, right? I need this, I need that. Like, far out, man. But gentlemen, we will be continuing momentarily onto today's next story here momentarily, as I remember what the hell we were doing. Alrighty, so this one is titled, "My girl doesn't want us, both 23 years old, to act like we are a thing around her ex this weekend." So just under 2 months ago, the girl I am talking to now broke up with her now ex in what has been an on and off relationship for 3 years, with them being good friends for 2 years before. 2 weeks later, a month and a half ago, she and I hit it off as we had been acquaintances before, and there was a little bit of mutual interest, but being in a relationship, we didn't pursue it at all, with us distancing ourselves because of her being in a relationship. We had talks about being exclusive and are on the same page about it. In brackets, we are, and I do trust her. This weekend, we are going back to our small hometown with some friends and will almost assuredly see her ex at the bar. She said that she might be less familiar than normal with me because she was friends with him before, and she does not want to rub it in that I've moved on so quick from him. Even though she said the breakup that she initiated had been a long time coming because she hadn't been treating her well. Before she told me this, I thought it had been cut and dry that she didn't have feelings for him based on what she had said, and it doesn't bother me too much because we aren't officially dating yet. However, my friends do not like the sound of it at all, even though she's made it clear that she sees us together in the future and enjoys spending time together. Should I be worried? Just because I do trust her, but I also know that I am not impartial in this situation. Gentlemen, anytime a woman tries to tell you that her dating past is inconsequential, right? It doesn't matter it doesn't matter how many dudes she dated. It doesn't matter the situations that she got herself in. What matters is that you look past her past and see her for who she is now, and she's a changed woman. She knows what she deserves, right? Anytime you hear that, you've got to understand that it's a complete and utter lie. A woman's past, guys, anyone's past matters so damn much, okay? Because it is a predictor of the future, okay? Now let's just go back into this relationship here, and I want to show you guys this, right? This woman has been in an on and off relationship with her ex-boyfriend for 3 years. Okay, 2 weeks later, blah blah blah. While they were in a relationship, so apparently while these two were together, there was mutual interest between this guy who's writing the story and her, but they didn't pursue it because she was in a relationship. I want you guys to think, okay, if you are meeting a girl and she is giving you interest while in a relationship, I mean, gentlemen, there is no point in having that relationship because I want you guys to think about this. If you get into a relationship with this woman, you think that she's just going to sit there and she's not going to show interest to other dudes, right? You think that she's going to be faithful to you. I mean, she wasn't really faithful to him, was she? And that going in and out of relationship thing for 3 years, guys, that's going to continue. She's going to continue being in and out of relationships with dudes like that, if not the same guy, because the pattern will repeat itself. Right? This is why when women come to men and they say, oh, I was treated so badly in my past relationships and we were toxic, whatever the hell that word means nowadays, right? For 3 years, but I stayed with him because I'm such an empathetic person. It's all a lie. And you as a guy, if you try and swoop in and you try and save her and show her how much you care and I'm the new guy and I can treat you better, right? I can treat you better. You're going to become the exact same dude in the story that treated her poorly. Right? If not, if you're a genuinely like if you don't end up like that and you in the story that comes afterwards of oh yeah he treated me poorly, if you don't end up like that, I mean no matter which way you look at it, guys, you're going to lose. Okay? Because the guys who come along and try and save women from these situations, you aren't going to do any saving. Right? She's not gonna like you. She's not gonna think that for all these women who sit there here and demand that I'm worthy of this gift, I'm worthy of that gift, I should be given attention. They know that they're not actually worthy of the attention, right, guys? You know what I mean? Like, they're simultaneously very insecure and very entitled at the same time, where these girls know that they're not entitled to all the compliments and all the care that men give them. It's absolutely ridiculous to think about. But let's continue onwards and see what we might have a look at some of the comments and see what these people have to say. It's always interesting to see what some of the advice on Reddit. Goodness, man, it's pretty ridiculous. But let's have a look. That's definitely concerning. Maybe she's keeping her options open, or that she's ashamed to be seen with you. Either way, it feels weird. You have to really confront her about this. She could also be worried about hurting her ex, but she's not doing the right thing by hiding her new relationship. She is worried about hurting him, I believe, just based off of what she told me, not wanting to rub it in. Why is she worried about hurting someone who treated her like trash for a long time? Stop making excuses for her, bro. In no scenario is it ever okay to hide your girlfriend or boyfriend, especially from an ex. Yeah, she's hiding this guy, right? She still has feelings for the ex, gentlemen. Right? Women who go through all of these relationships, you think that they come out on the end as like a totally clean slate, right? Where they're ready to commit to a new guy and put all their effort into that relationship. No, they're still going to be hanging out for the past 3 dudes who have not quite wanted a relationship with her or that she's been on and off with. I mean, gentlemen, if you're someone who's been dating for a while, maybe you're a more experienced guy at dating, you will know that there are girls in your past that you could hit up and they'll be in a relationship now and they'll come right back to you. right? It doesn't matter if they've been in a 3-year relationship. You know that they remember you and they'll come back. Okay, maybe you didn't want a relationship with them, you weren't interested in them at the time. But what they'll do is girls will go on and they'll get with dudes and they'll say, "Oh, I love you, baby. I care so much about you." Meanwhile, they're still interested in like their past 3 exes that they haven't quite gotten over. And if any of them call at any given time, oh, she'll be out the door, right? She'll try and rationalize, "Oh, yeah, we're just meeting up for coffee. He's an old friend," right? We've all heard that one before. He's a friend. I mean, guys, he's a friend. That's a good one. Let's continue onwards. Sorry, there might be some confusion here. When I said we were exclusive, just meant that we wouldn't see other people while we figured this out. I mean, not seeing other people is being exclusive. And her answer for that was that she was friends with him for a long time before they dated. I had thought it made sense. Whatever floats your boat, dude. I guess I'll find out this weekend then. I mean, gentlemen, it's oftentimes when dudes get themselves into their situation, it's very difficult to have sympathy, right? Because they bring it upon themselves. You know what I mean? It's like, gentlemen, you can tell men to start respecting themselves. You can tell them to value their time and not put up with this scrappy behavior. But I mean, oftentimes it's so difficult to pull men out of this, where at a certain point you have to say, okay, if you want to engage in this behavior, you want to continue giving people what they don't deserve and sacrificing yourself to do so, I mean, good luck to you, right? Now, guys, we're going to be wrapping up today's episode on one final quick Reddit story here, and this is going to be a bit of a difficult one to get through. It is shorter, but I'm just warning you guys, this is a rough one. So this one here is titled, oh, man, "Everyday Romantic Gestures to Keep Your Girlfriend Happy." Hi all. So I've been dating an amazing girl for the past couple of months. I mean, notice how all the really the bad stories, right? The ones where the dudes get screwed over, always open up with this, right? "I'm super in love with her and really want to show her that she's the girl for me. I kinda effed up in the past and we had some miscommunication, but we're slowly moving on from it and growing. I want some ideas on things to do romantically that will make her happy. I'm not the richest, so if these could be budget-friendly suggestions, that would be great. I really love her, I just don't know how to move beyond just affection and words to show her this." I mean, gentlemen, whenever you read something like this, you know that dudes who want to show the woman, "Oh yeah, I want to make her happy," right? "I just want to make her happy. I want to do all of these romantic gestures." You know that when you read a story like this, men like this are the ones that are going to fall the hardest and have the worst time in dating, right? Because they're going to invest everything up front and they're going to be taken advantage of. I mean, guys, in 2021, right, it's at the point where you can be the most nice guy, you can be the most fantastic guy, and it's really unfortunate that a lot of times that will be taken as you'll be used for that. You'll essentially be lined up to be exploited by these people. Okay, I don't care if you're actually doing it from a genuine place and you want to show people that you care. I mean, a lot of times men who try and do this stuff will be straight up exploited, whether that's financially, emotionally, whatever the case may be. I mean, you've got to be more careful with your time and your energy. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, make sure you leave your comments and your thoughts below. If you disagree with anything I've said, guys, feel free to disagree. That is what the comments box is for. And as always, gentlemen, if you're interested in supporting the show, make sure you check out the locals link in the description with code Fiendish. The first month is totally free on me, gentlemen. So the link for that will be in the description. But otherwise, we're going to be calling the episode there, guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you boys in the next episode. Peace.